Bronx Zoo who have been tested positive for COVID. There's a number of cats who have tested positive for COVID, and there's now a dog in North Carolina who has tested positive for COVID. All that being said, the numbers are incredibly low, and by all reports, the risk of uh, humans catching the virus from pets is extremely low. The main thing is when you're outside and you go to greet a pet, for example, the biggest deal is that on the other side of that leash is a person who could possibly give you the virus. But overall, the risk is extremely low. So, spay, neuter, and adopt a pet.
Exactly. Well, I'm very happy that all these pets are at least getting out of the shelters. So at least be careful with pets, guys. Gina, Michael, what is our other feel good stories that we have this week? Or
Hmm.
do we want to play?
Well,
Hold on,
I
What do you
think
fellas.
got?
Justin's in here.
What do you got, Justin?
Well, I would like to hear about this toilet paper giveaway.
There you.
There we go. So today, like again, we're doing a bunch of news stories, and just to have a competition, and it's going to be just to help out the community for people who want to call in and try to get something for a little bit of themselves. We as a radio station really want to help as best we can, and having a little fun with it and having a competition or answering a question would be a great way to have that. Just have some interaction with our fans and people tuned in. So if you want to call in at 209 954 5526, and that is 209 954 5526 to be a part of this competition. And we're going to open up the phone for people to call in right now. And basically, what our competition is going to be, real or fake. And it's a news article. And there's two news articles that we're going to have. And when you call in, we're going to ask you if which one we're going to read you the articles and do that right now. And as we wait for the calls, do we have anything we want to talk about as a group of people? While we wait for someone to call in.
How is everybody doing?
I'm doing all right. I think that with everything that's been going on, it's been a little bit tough for me as far as motivation goes. But I've been able to reach out to friends, and I've been able to reach out to people on Discord servers that I'm a part of, and it's always been nice to be able to talk to some people. So that was nice to be able to get to do that, and it's kind of been able to boost me up a little bit more recently.
Yeah, me too, to be honest. I've had people I haven't spoken to in the last 5 years just come out of the woodworks, and people have gotten out of relationships that I didn't know that they were even in, and then now we're even though in this quarantine, they are now in a happier, safer place. And just speaking to them again, it's kind of like, wow, how have you been? Oh, you're a researcher now. And it's kind of made me happier just seeing, like, as a community.
It's very nice. We at least get this chance to like talk with people we haven't seen in like years or months and get to reconnect. Just like you said, Michael, you got to find out somebody was a researcher. One of my friends now is up in Canada researching mushrooms. So I'm sure he knows about that girl in Nebraska.
For me, it's been pretty much the same thing. I really have struggled with motivation. And some of you know that the whole reason I even joined and started taking these classes because I was struggling with depression and really needed something that was going to get me up and out. And so then to have this thing, excuse me, that I was loving and going toward and become and finding that I was very passionate about suddenly just shut down and I'm stuck at home. It kind of threw me for a loop. And even though I was passionate about it, it has been still, it continues to be a struggle for me to get motivated and and move forward. Having said that, I have had the great fortune in some respects. Of course, I'm not sick, And I have, because I'm stuck home, I've had the great fortune of, I got stuck with family. I was at spring break, and I was visiting family out of town. And I've mentioned before on Scratch and Slappin' that my dog actually lives with my family because I can't have my dog at my own home. And so I got stuck with my dog. Oh, darn. So that part of my life is like crazy, super happy. I'm with my family, I'm healthy, and I'm with my baby sons. So I'm all good.
See, it
I'm
worked
broke.
out for you. But speaking of broke, good news, stimulus checks are coming around.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. Now to pay bills.
Pay
Oh,
bills,
no.
well, no, I mean, at
Yeah,
least it's
right.
a help.
It's a little bit of both.
It's a little bit of both. That's some really good news that's coming in for everybody, to be honest. And in this quarantine, we could use as much help as we possibly can
That's
get.
much good news.
And do we know if our lab tech has anybody on the line?
We're waiting for answers. Well, we talk about that. How is everybody coping with lack of motivation in these weird times? Anybody want to
Not
take the
really.
first jump? Not really.
Uh,
Yeah.
I guess I can kind of tune in here, and I've been I guess taking a lot more projects on, and kind of making a mini schedule for myself. Do I follow it all the time? No. Uh, and just going outside, take a stand in my backyard or stand just away from everybody on the sidewalk and getting actual sunlight and vitamin D just really actually helps my general attitude towards the day, because if I don't do that, I mean, I'm stuck inside all day. I can open and close this window 65 times and it doesn't change this cabin fever that I've gotten. I mean, the parks are closed. I can't take my dog really to any parks, but just seeing her smile while I walk around and, you know, crossing the street when we come across people. Oh, it looks like we have a caller. We have a caller coming in.
And just in case that caller doesn't have the answer that we're looking for, just remember that the number is 209-554, or excuse me, 209-954-5526. And we'll go to
Caller, are you there, caller?
Looks like we're having a little bit of technical issues of hearing the caller ourselves.
So we're gonna
We'll continue on.
let's continue on. We're gonna continue with our conversation about how everybody's dealing with motivation here when we get the caller on the line.
Yeah, and just to finish my last little thing of it is just get a little bit of stuff. The relaxing. I mean, take a moment of just being outside. I mean, if you're an introvert, take a moment that's going to be something for you to make it better for you. To be honest.
Right. You at least have to do something for yourself.
You see, Mike is doing all the right things to do, whereas I think I've been doing all the things I shouldn't have been doing.
Can you elaborate on that, Justin?
Yeah, please, Justin, elaborate.
All right. Well, imagine all the good things you just said. Now imagine the opposite of that.
Oh, turning off the lights, hiding in
Going
the
to
corner of
sleep.
your
Oh yeah,
room.
staying inside. Not
10-hour
making
naps.
10-hour naps. Not making a schedule for yourself, so you really have like no structure in your life.
See, I think I'm like,
and not going outside, so you get a vitamin D deficiency and end up going crazy. That's been my life for the past. How long has it been now?
It's been 2-3 months. I don't know.
I don't know.
I've lost track of time.
It feels like it's been an eternity.
I think it's been 2 months. 2 months. Beginning of March. Beginning of March it started.
No, was it? I think it was more like the middle of March because well, this happened before we went on spring break, or like of spring break actually.
It was before spring break.
It was during spring break.
Oh, it was during spring break.
It was because
They
we were
said you
supposed to
never coming
come.
back.
Yeah, we were supposed to come back the week after spring break, but then that didn't end up happening. So
So how
yeah, I
long
think that was
ago
back in
was
March.
that?
I don't know.
You know the dates.
God.
You know what? Time is a fallacy.
Yeah, time is just an invention that we
It's a
humans
human.
made.
It's a human construct.
It's a human construct, and Lord knows definitely does not exist at this point in time. At least for me.
Oh,
It's been
Brian-
pretty much. It's
Yeah,
been pretty much the same for me as well. I have no schedule. Pretty much the only thing that's been working for me. So along with my dog, there's a total of 4 pit bulls and a little yapper in this house. So luckily, the one thing that I've been doing is I'm getting out for lots of dog walking. And for me personally, it takes a lot for me to just get up and or start something, but luckily once I start something, I'm kind of up and running. I have no schedule. I tried that for a minute. It wasn't working for me. I took on like a lot of chores within the house, probably partly to say thanks for letting me crash here for so long, and partly just to get myself going. I've been doing a lot of cooking and cleaning, and who knew I could cook. And so yeah, just trying to get it going. It's been
I don't know. I think I'm in between Michael and Justin, how they're running life right now. I think to-do lists are probably the best way to live in this weird time.
I literally have no idea what day it is nearly every day. Every day is just Saturday to me.
The
Every
fact that
day
the
Saturday.
intro kind of stumbled a little bit kind of made me realize it was Wednesday.
Oh, is it really Wednesday?
It is Wednesday. It's Wednesday.
Oh man.
Oh my gosh. What about you, Bryant? Our in-tune musician that we have on the call right now. What are you doing to keep in a good mood? Like even just working on it. Like what is keeping you a little less stir crazy?
To be honest, it's kind of funny. I've been playing a lot of Minecraft. One of my friends has a server that I've been playing on, and it's kind of been like, oh, I have plenty of time to work on this crazy build that I have. So I've been spending a lot of time on that. But speaking about music, like since Saturday, I was working on this weird song that I was like, oh, this is going to be really weird, but I want to do it and see what it sounds like, where it was using pictures to make sound. But so I had, yeah, it's really weird.
Were you word painting?
Oh, that's so cool. That is so cool, Bryant. Like it's like when you make a picture out of pictures. Like when you guys seen those, when it's like you zoom in, hyper zoom into a photo, and it's just a bunch
so
of
it's
tiny
like
pictures
the
of other people.
pixels. Okay.
Would
is
that
so
be a
cool.
collage?
I mean, yeah, I would say.
Maybe.
Oh.
I would say that's definitely a collage. We lost our local musician right now. He's a little bit laggy, but that's fine. This is a work in progress. Just so he knows. And I mean, does anybody have any side projects? Anything that actually that people can?
Oh, we
got him back.
Sorry, the last thing that I heard was we lost our local musician, and then I just cut out completely.
Actually, we are gonna go to our caller. Caller, can you hear us? Still some technical difficulties happening.
Technical difficulties. That's fine. Again, this is definitely
This is just a test, ladies and gentlemen.
This is a show that
It's a kind of live show.
It's a kind of live show, and it's going to go through some rocky bumps because again, it's a first time for everything. I mean, having all of these things that we're doing now, like I said earlier, like self projects, like
Self-project.
doing anything, Emilio, just for you.
I am doing multiple projects right now, and I don't know how many of them are going to actually get completed because I don't like to complete things. But I am working on a new podcast, which is take the Joe Rogan podcast, but better.
But better.
But better. So
That's what the name of the podcast should
Could
be.
elaborate on that?
so the project is called The Weirdness. It's topics from the metaphysics to the 1980s to the paranormal to everything far and in between, just interviews with people I've met or I've known.
So we're talking metaphysics like the guy
like-
from Tiger King.
No.
I mean,
don't know
you
how
said metaphysics. It wasn't physics.
I said metaphysics, yes, but I'm talking more like spiritual enlightenment metaphysics. No, that's wrong.
No, that is still like.
We're gonna go with your Tiger King reference. Other than that, there's some small projects. What is everybody else working on? Bryant, what else do you got going on?
Well, the music that I was talking about earlier, that one was interesting because the pictures were meant as like the background atmosphere to the song, but everything else was kind of just like, let's see what we can add on to this to make it sound more unique and more interesting. And I created kind of a interesting. It's a very basic drum line, but I really like the way that it sounds. It adds like a bass on like the first.
Man, the internet
The technical
does not appreciate music.
Apparently not. They're all into that classical music happening still.
Oof, definitely. Gina, what about you? What are you doing for yourself? You're walking your dogs. Are you doing anything like teaching them tricks, or are you have any other projects that just for you, just like a self thing?
Well, he's already so smart. I don't have to teach him tricks. He is an angel.
This sweet baby angel.
He is an angel. No, the main thing we were trying to walk a little bit longer rather than just give all my time and attention to him. I've been trying to take the other dogs out as well. I have some work done. We had a separate project that I had just sort of started and was kind of getting pumped about, getting some stuff recorded and just getting it on it, and then decided to pull out of the project. So that was like, oh man. But then at the same time, it did really take a lot of pressure off, and that was nice. So it was more than anything, just once I finally am getting it together, it's nice to see that I can pull myself out of this. And so
I think we have our caller. I heard a little bit of something in the background. Did we?
Looks like we don't have the caller yet. And along those lines, let's go ahead and just say apologies and thank you.
Hold on, Jim. Caller, can you hear us?
Okay. I'm hearing something.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yes.
Okay, cool. So we're gonna try the call one more time.
All right, here we go. Caller. Oh, Professor's muted again.
Oh. So what is everybody's plans for this weekend while we wait for our caller?
This weekend, I'm planning on making a little bit of a short film. Probably another comedic one.
Okay, we're live on the phones.
Yes. Caller, can you hear us?
Hello, caller. How are you doing today?
I can't hear them.
Oh, so now it's the other way around.
A technical difficulty.
This is such a struggle. This is trial and error.
Thank you so much for putting up with this. When we get your name, I will apologize to you sincerely. Thank you for putting up with our technical issues and still staying on the phone just to try to win some toilet paper and be a part of our little bit of competition. And so Gina, could you go back on what you were saying? You were going on a really good topic at that last second.
Yes.
Well, just at the end of that, I was just getting ready to say thank you and apologies to both our caller and to KWDC listeners. Just as a reminder, if you just tuned in, you're listening to KWDC 93.5 live, both on the radio through Zoom and on YouTube. You're listening to us live. Student-produced programming, and this is an experimental live broadcast because we want to try to get some live broadcasting, although from home. So we're doing an experimental broadcast. We have a caller that we've been trying to go to, and we've just talked about some feel-good stories, connected with one another. We wanted to, shout out to our KWDC listeners and, hey, what's up, YouTube? And just, that's all I was going for. It's just a quick check-in. Jumping Jiffy.
Yep, I mean, that's definitely something, checking in with each other and just having a talk. Having a talk with somebody has been another big stress reliever.
It's good to socialize every now and then, right?
You gotta pretend to like people every once in a while.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, what was your name again?
Who are you?
Oh yeah, sorry. Are you talking to me?
I'm
Gina?
still sitting here missing Justin's face.
Right.
I don't remember what he looks like anymore.
The only one who doesn't choose to use his camera.
I'm telling you,
well,
my partner in crime.
I am currently enjoying a delicious bowl of Greek yogurt. So,
see, but we don't mind that on camera. We just want your face, Justin. That we miss it. We loved it, and now we are only missing it, and we need it back in our lives.
Your voice only does so much for us.
I will consider putting it on. I actually tried to figure out how to get my webcam to work, but I, for the life of me, could not figure out how to use it.
Did you try turning it on and off again?
What?
Did you try turning it on and off?
Try turning it on and off again? I don't think that was the problem.
Oh, gosh.
Unfortunately.
Justin, what have you been working on your side projects? Anything, or at least trying to do something.
He's been working on this thing. It's a bottle.
It's called sleep.
Sure.
Well, I might try to grow me a mushroom canoe now, since that's the rage these days.
All these kids in their mushroom canoes.
Yeah.
The cops are going to have some issues eventually.
I know. People are going to be floating away.
It's the only way to escape. Escape by sea. With your mushroom boat.
My side project is probably the greatest out of all of them. Trying to grow a beard.
I tried to do that, but it didn't work well for me.
It's not going to work at all.
Is it in process right now? Because I don't really see any evidence.
Look at that. Look at it.
It's been about 7 weeks.
It's been about the whole month. No, I shaved I think last month, but
I thought you were going to say since the start of quarantine.
This is a whole month. This is a whole month.
That's a whole month?
This is a whole month. I got some nice peach fuzz on the side. Sitting here at 25 and still can't grow enough hair to have a 5 o'clock shadow.
Oh my god, I have more hair on my legs than that from yesterday.
First of all, I got some hairy legs. You can call me Chewbacca.
Transfer the hair.
I'm gonna shave the hair from my legs and put it on my face.
Let's glue it on. You'll be okay. It reminds me of a cartoon I saw once where this glued on the beard.
Oh my gosh. It reminds me of the Little Rascals when they were sitting on each other's shoulders trying to get a loan.
Speaking of... Go ahead, Justin.
I was just going to mention that. Did you know that there's surgery you can get to get a beard?
Yes, there is.
I'm fine. I'll deal with my baby face. I don't even like shaving now. I do not even like shaving now. Is that our caller?
I think we may have our caller almost here.
I feel like I'm like looking. I'm
promising.
I'm a 49er, and I'm just like Eureka every time I see something.
Every time it gets just a little bit closer. We've struck gold.
We struck gold, and I keep biting false gold and breaking my teeth, but that just happens sometimes.
And then we all move west.
We're getting excited because we can see a graphic of a phone, so it looks like we're getting close.
Yes, those are
Hello?
on. Oh, hello,
caller, welcome.
Long-time listener, first-time caller.
Oh, great.
That
How are you
sounds like a
doing?
familiar voice, I gotta say.
Well, for the first caller, we knew this was going to be tricky, so we decided to have this test be on ourselves.
Perfect. Can we get a caller's
Please
name?
introduce yourself.
This is Adriana Broger, and I get to run the radio and television department. And if you all could see the behind the scenes with what Brittany and I are trying to figure out, this would be a comedy.
I don't know why we're not watching this. It should be on Instagram.
We should have a live stream. This is why we have. This is why we need a TikTok.
So you guys actually are live. I hope you know that. This show is live on YouTube right now. So if there are any listeners who want to watch, this is happening live on YouTube.
Yes, I spreaded this on my Facebook already.
Perfect.
Awesome.
It's getting ready. We're also getting ready to go live on Instagram. But for those of you who want to see us live on YouTube, it's
yes.
DCTV on demand is our.
Yeah, our YouTube channel. This is great. We actually have a commenter, which is pretty cool. Violet Cousin.
Nice. So I'm going to give you guys the information because from here on out, this is how phone calls will work. Okay.
Okay.
So there is going to be, instead of having folks call into the radio station, the best thing that they're going to do is call into the Zoom line. And so this is how that's going to work. Yeah, so this is just, as you guys have been saying all morning, and thank you, you've been doing a really great job. But as instructor and the person running this department, I just want to say I love what you're doing. This is fantastic. I appreciate each of you. And this show in itself is a morale boost for me and for Brittany. We are enjoying this, and I think that this is so exciting that this is happening right now. So I just want to let folks know how they can call in. So from here on out, this is going to be the phone number that we give people.
Ooh, hopefully Violet Cousin tunes in. I mean,
Viet. Was that Viet or no?
Viet? It's on our YouTube channel. They're commenting.
Probably. So yes, she is always, she's a solid commenter for us. It's Viet. Yeah. Let's tell her to call.
Let's have her
call into 1-669-900-6833.
Can we repeat that number again for anybody who didn't get it the first time?
So it's
Absolutely. We will create graphics for YouTube and Instagram and all that with this information as well. 1-669-900-6833.
All right. Hopefully Viet will call in and we can have ourselves a little competition.
Let's go ahead and also give, because once people call in, they're going to need to know the meeting ID. So our meeting ID for this is 138-145-057. Again, that meeting ID is 138-145-057. But we appreciate everyone who is listening, and those of you who are participating on this call. This is just practice, as you guys have been saying all along. So now we will be ready to go and know how to take a caller.
Definitely.
Fantastic.
All right, guys. I'm going to hang up now. Keep it up.
Okay.
Definitely.
Hey, what's your favorite radio station?
Oh, that's easy. My favorite radio station is 93.5 KWDC, Delta College Radio.
Ooh, perfect every time.
Yes. Thanks for calling.
Thanks for calling, caller. Honestly, for that first minute, I did not know that was the professor.
I did not either.
Gina caught
I have an ear for radio. I have an ear for radio.
You know what you're doing.
The radio voice.
You with some money.
This is why we pay Gina the big bucks, and the big bucks are
in Monopoly.
Speaking of big bucks, that's one of the things I was going to ask you about. So people are beginning to get those stimulus checks.
Yeah.
I actually was lucky enough to be like in the first round, and I have some people in the house who just barely got some today, and two more that are still waiting. So I'm curious to know, like when I first got mine, I did a couple purchases. I've been in the store, got some basic supplies. Obviously, I'm paying some bills. But I find that I'm like almost terrified to spend anything, which then begs the question, does it actually stimulate the economy if I'm like too afraid to even spend my money for fear? Because as some of you know, my day job, when I'm not in school and when I'm not trying to take care of my business, the job that I try to do, I'm actually event security at mass events, concerts and sporting events, which were the first thing canceled and will be the last thing going back to work. So I'm very afraid of my income, and I'm trying to keep every little dime that I possibly have. Having said that, I then get, like a moment where I jump in and I'm like, I need to do something. I want to go shopping. And I go and pick up some dog treats and some little treats for the house, and treated myself to Taco Bell the other day, which felt like, oh my God, I just spent $6. And I was a little nervous. Are you
So
guys
expensive.
planning to spend yours as well?
Well, I just got mine this morning, I found out, but mine is up in Washington State in my mailbox. So I can't do anything with it yet.
In Washington?
Yeah, because that's where my actual address is.
Oh, okay.
So
okay.
guys, I got us a caller coming in.
Yeah.
And they're gonna be a part of this little thing, this conversation. If they get in right now, we can continue our conversation, but they're gonna call in, and I'll tell you when they're in.
Okay. Well, I don't think I'm gonna spend mine except to pay bills. I might as well just pay my bills off first, and then I might go buy me a new microphone. But I figure I'm not gonna buy too much.
I definitely want to get a Scarlett. I do love my microphone, and I would love to have like a duo section. Have my Yeti, and then also have a nice little microphone for myself, so I can have 2 people in it without fighting over sound.
Right.
But I'm not going to use my stimulus check for that. That's going to bills. Maybe when bills are paid, I'll go buy myself a microphone.
Justin, what are you going to do with yours? Are you even getting one?
I actually got mine.
Ooh,
I believe I actually got it yesterday. To be honest, I got it through mail.
You being all fancy with the mail, man.
Ooh.
Yeah, I didn't want to, but like I don't like giving out my bank information, so.
To the United States government, you had some fear giving out your bank information?
Yeah, they already know all your info.
Fair, but I don't know.
There have been a lot of breaches lately.
There have been. So
we got ourselves our caller. The audio is connecting right now.
So we'll get to them here in a minute.
Yes.
What is, if you didn't have to pay bills, you didn't have to do anything, what would you spend your money on? Like, randomly.
Take it out of here.
There you take it back to reality.
Down payment on something. That's really nice. Our caller's here. Say hello, caller. Caller, say hello. You there? Oh, they're muted. Unmute yourself, caller.
Hello.
Hey.
Hi, caller. Hello. Caller, could you introduce yourself? Can we get a name?
My name's Veronica.
Hey, Veronica. So, we were talking about this earlier, but what are you doing to keep from getting a little stir crazy before we get into our competition and our giveaway?
Myself stir crazy? What do you mean?
What are you doing to keep yourself from getting a little too much cabin fever? What are you doing on the side for projects and things like that?
I'm currently at Delta College helping make masks.
You're at Delta College making masks?
Yeah, face masks, and I'm keeping busy doing that.
Oh, so you're helping out the community and everything. How did you get to do that?
I'm a reader for a professor, and she asked if I wanted to help.
Oh, look at you, helping out the community. Okay, that's amazing, and that's great, to be honest. And I call her, you're Veronica?
Yes.
That's great. Okay, so let's go to our competition. Let's get our little jingle in there, which we don't have yet, but I'll sing it for us, just live. Do-do-do.
It's a game show.
It's a game show. We have ourselves a game show. All right, so our game show right now is real or fake, and it's about news. Well, it's real or joke. So it's a real news or is it joke news? And we're gonna give you 2 news articles, and you're gonna decide between the both of them, and which one is real or not. Emilio, do you want to do this, or am I going to be reading this?
I will. I'll read these articles. All right. So here are your articles, Veronica. The first article: Man just buying one of every cleaning product in case Trump announces it's a coronavirus cure. Or a reporter went on air wearing a suit, coat, and no pants, not realizing everyone could see his legs. Which one is real? Which one is fake?
I feel like the reporter went on the news, not realizing his pants were. I'm not really. They couldn't see his pants. Or sorry. The second one I feel like is real, and the first one I feel like is fake.
Are those your final answers?
Yeah.
Michael?
Eureka! You are the winner of the toilet paper quiz / competition. Do-do-do. Do-do-do.
It's a game show.
It's a game show. And we can put you in touch with our people over there at Delta College, since you're there as well, to do a non-contact
delivery, non-contact pickup.
Okay.
Perfect. You could let me make sure you can get you that information really quick. Do we have our lab tech in our chat? Let's see. Don't go anywhere yet, caller. We'll continue our conversations.
Our lab tech is there.
Yes, she is there. Okay, perfect. Let's leave this to Gina and Emilio to speak to each other while I handle this part.
All right. Well, it's about time we start wrapping this up, actually. Gina, Michael, Justin.
Yep.
Is it time to say goodbye?
It is time to say goodbye. We don't have a goodbye song yet or anything or an outro.
It's time to say goodbye to our family. I think that's all I can say without getting us arrested.
Yeah.
You're just so perfectly on tune already that the NSA is at our door.
They're going to give us a call, Gina. Thank you. Well, from all of us here at KWDC Stockton 93.5, this has been Kind of Live, a practice test show idea. And be prepared for Monday for the actual live thing.
I'm looking forward to it. I miss you all so much. I miss being on the radio.
Yeah.
I miss Justin and Scratchin' and Slappin'. I miss all of our shows. Well, not all of our shows, because some of us are taking care of business. Thank you so much, you guys. And I look forward to just normal.
Caller, so take this down so you can get in contact with, so you can collect your winnings, your prize. It is, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're gonna go kwdc@deltacollege.edu. Do you got all that?
Yeah.
Perfect. All right, and like Emilio said, Agent M said, we are kind of live. And again, experimental. And Monday we're going to have our full show. So thanks for tuning in to KWDC 93.5 Delta College Radio.
Yay!
Yay!
You did it.
We got it.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was a practice run.
We're still live on YouTube as well.
So we're
still live on YouTube. We're still live on Instagram.
Okay, so we're still live on the social medias.
So this is behind the scenes while we all hang out.
This is Night Slate.
I have to hang up. I got another class exactly right now. Miss you guys a lot. Look forward to talking to you on Monday.
Okay, Gina, go have fun in class.
Have fun, Gina.
Hey, guys.
Bye, Gina.
Howdy.
Hey, Professor.
Oh, wait, they can't hear me. Okay, they can hear me. We can hear them. Hey, guys.
Hi.
Howdy.
Really good job. Good job.
Okay.
Quite an adventure. We're still live on YouTube, so Stand by. Let me disconnect that. Or is it? Okay, hold
I
on.
have so many.
Let's see. Cancel.